Vault Dwellers, we're gonna go from Lucy's and we're gonna go across the street into the apartment building. And here is the stuff for rent, apartments for rent or whatever. And there is a lounge area where you can play pool and look at the amazing view. Hopefully you don't fall over the sides because they all have a view like this. So what I did was I opened up the sides of the building, and you can get to the building through each layer. There are stairs, and I think what we're going to do is we're going to work our way up and then go from the third floor down. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to first check out apartment number 1, and very nice. And we're going to keep moving, and here's an example of glitching into the potted plants. Soft glow, probably not safe, but not important. Looks pretty. So we're going to keep going, and here's the second floor, and we have Orion's, yes, and we have the convenience store. Thank you, Don, for that idea. And we have our observation deck with the CPD down there, and I can't wait for you guys to see my boys in blue in action. They are absolutely amazing. So let's check out apartment number 2, and very nice, yes, and done, and moving on. So we're stuck on walls. We're gonna keep going. Okay, let's go. All right, apartment number 3. Very small, but very nice. And some of these apartments are decorated, and some are sparingly decorated because some people have more caps than others, and some are hoarders and others are not. So we are going to go to number 4, and the sun is going down, so might have to turn my lights on, but let's see. Okay, here's the house. Yes, nice, nice. And this is level 3, and you can see down here we have convenience store and Orion's, and there's the mall, and you can see the hospital. So we are going to keep moving, and did we go? Yes, okay. I think we went in there already. We're gonna pretend. If we didn't, it's okay. Bachelor pad, very small, but very nice. Yes. If you're a bachelor, you really don't need much. Whatever. So, might have to turn my lights on. Okay, that's cool. Did we do this one? Yes. Yes, we did this one already. Okay. Well, you know, whatever. If you guys want to look at it again, that's cool. Alright, this, ladies and gentlemen, this is my absolute favorite level, and I will show you why. That is because this apartment on this particular place, level, whatever, hey,
yeah?
Guy, that is my priest, and you, should probably be in the hospital, but let me turn these lights off, because I want you guys to get the full effect of what I have done in this apartment building, or apartment, not building, just the apartment, but this is my absolute favorite. Oh my goodness, guys, check out how amazing that looks. Oh my god, Red, is that a sectional and a fireplace? Oh, it looks so amazing. Why, yes, Vault Dweller, it is, and I used the rug glitch. So let's check this out. We have our lantern on our potted plant, and I really like how it looks. I think that looks amazing. Yes. And my sectional, bet you guys are digging that, right? And sometimes you have to leave the rug there. It's okay. It doesn't matter. So this is, I was going for a lodge feeling, and we're just going to take a seat right here so you guys can check it out. And look at all of its gloriousness. Oh man, I had so much fun making this. I had the idea, and once I had the idea, I couldn't stop until I had built it. And I will show you guys in a second how I built it, but just look at its amazingness. I'm just absolutely smitten with myself. So, okay. I've got a lot of stuff to do still, so I took a desk, and I took some filing cabinets, and basically, I turned those around, and this is a shelf that I just glitched inside of there, and I had to hunt down a rad stag for that, and those is all that I had in my inventory for hunting stuff. So yeah, and I glitched the campfire into the fireplace, and as we all know, sometimes when you glitch, it goes through and pokes through to the other side. So what we are doing now is we are just making that poke through glitch into something else. Kate, although you look very stunning, could you please get out of the way? So I took 2 extra file cabinets, yes, and now she's teleporting. Okay, so I made a china hutch. Took 2 extra cabinets and I just turned them around like I did on the other side. And this cabinet is actually the backsplash for my fireplace. So I left the wood there. You could try and fit something in there. I did not, but I really like the china hutch. I had a spotlight right here hanging down, shining and making all of this glow nice and pretty, but it was also lighting up my front room, and it didn't have the warm feeling that you would want when you walk into a lodge or whatever. So I took the light down because it was too bright, and I really like the dim lights. It makes it, it's better. It's just better that way. So no china. What we are using is silver, and that works. So we're going to check out the kitchen, and here we go for a kitchen. And I have glitched in a stove into the tabletops. I was kind of going for a surface stove, but it didn't look right, so I just made it into a counter stove. And like I said, sometimes you have to leave the rugs there, and that's okay. Just make them pretty and leave them there. Here is the backsplash, and I've been using these for my refrigerators because you can get them closest to the wall, and they look like refrigerators because you need milk. Alright, I didn't really decorate in here because I spent most of my time in the front room and in the kitchen. So we're gonna keep going upstairs. Oh my goodness, I love this place so much. It is so amazing. Okay, so the last house is the penthouse, and that is apartment number 7. And I couldn't really do a lot up here. I did manage to glitch my own furniture in here, and I think this is what started it all, to be honest. I just took the bureau, and I took a long table, and they all kind of matched, and I thought, wow, that'd be really pretty as one unit. So I took the tables, and I just lined everything up to make it nice and pretty, and there you go. I thought it turned out very nice. There's not a lot of lighting up here because all I could do was put the roofs on because it's at the building limit. So this is as tall as you can go, and I kind of got tired of messing with stuff, so it's not really decorated like most of the other ones, even though it's probably the biggest and best apartment in this building. We do have a children's room, and everybody knows that night lights are important if you have kids, you know this. And let's go to the front room and look at the view. Wow, very high up. Very, very high up. So, basically this was left over. I put it on a rug and dropped it, and there you go. TV, not a lot going on up here. Kind of like that for some reason. And we have our kitchen, and now we are going to go downstairs to the 3rd floor so that you guys can see the other stuff. Alright guys, 3rd floor, let's roll. Orion's and convenience store. Alright, so city, yes, let's go. Didn't really know what to do in the convenience store. It was just a building, so I was talking to a fellow YouTuber, and he was like, hey, maybe you should do like a convenience store. And I was like, well, that's kind of genius. I think I will. Thank you, Don Evenson, for that. And we're just going to take a gander really quick. And here we are. There is a little rest area outside for some reason, if you want to stare at the wall or whatever. And you walk in to the Quick Mart, and very nice. You have your cold drinks. To the left, there's the cooler, and it is fully stocked, and you will have everything that you need. And we have some ice with the ice machine, and let me just turn off my light real quick so you can see what it looks like without my light. I am just so happy with the neons. It is just amazing. So, up on the wall, we've got some cigarette name brands. I'm not advertising for them, but didn't really know what to put up there to make it look like a convenience store. So, we've got stuff behind the counter and a few items, you know, that you pick up on your way home, but not really a lot to see in the Quick Mart. So we're going to be moving on because we got a lot of ground to cover. And let's go we'll go this way. Okay, so here is the mall, and not important because I've already shown you. And my buildings at night are amazing. Okay, yes. Nice, very nice. Not important. Okay, so here's a little house, and we're going to open the door and go into the kitchen, and I can only assume that it is one of the doctor's houses, because that makes sense to me, because it is right off of the hospital. So, front room, bedroom, and outside we have a little area or whatever where you have a very pretty view, very pretty, but hopefully you don't fall over because that would be really bad. You would probably die. Okay, moving on. Yes, we're going to shut the door because that's polite. And we are going to go down to, those stairs just lead to the ground floor and Cinnabons, but we're going to go down here to Orion's, and there's, you know what, I think I want you guys to see that at the end of the video, so we're just going to skip Orion's for now, and then I'll take Kate back there and we'll have some drinks and maybe twerk a little bit. So let's see, let's go down here, and which way are we going to go? We are going to go... oh yes, there's the house back here. I totally forgot about that. So, this is the apartment, and apartment number 1, so you guys know where we're at. And there's the malt shop, and Lucy's is down there. And let's just take a look, see. Oh, look how awesome it looks, guys. Oh my god, I'm so excited. Oh, so proud of myself on this one. Okay, not important. Small house, and kitchen, bedroom, whatever, stuff filling up. I love that. Nice little balcony view of the street, and over there is where the postman was. Wait a minute, Mr. Postman. That's where he was grilling with Daniel, and then you have a beautiful view of the soft glow and all that good stuff. Not important. Moving on. And let's go down here a little ways, and let's see, we'll go up to the police chief's house. I just decided to make it the police chief's house because it made sense to me, because he is under the observation deck right there of the CPD, and the CPD is right next door. So it made sense to me that he would, I don't know, live here. And the bar's right next door, so it made sense to me that he could live here and keep an eye on the drunkards and probably yell, "Hey, guys, quit that. Knock it off," through his kitchen, just like so. Moving on. Oh, stuff to grab. Okay, so moving on. And we're going to go downstairs to our tiny, itty-bitty little house. But let me tell you guys, it doesn't matter what the law of 3 you always hear me talking about. So I'm just going to show you an example of how small you can make it. So we have basically one room, and we've got a kitchen and a front room right there, and it doubles as a dining room, front room area, and up there we have a glitch painting to watch because our TV doesn't move. So what I was going for was those pictures that you see at the Halloween store, where it is a portrait one way, and when you turn another way, it is a zombie trying to eat your face, but I didn't have any zombie pictures, so we are using that. So let's just... oh, so pretty. So let's go and look at the bedroom. Not a lot going on in there. Don't need a lot. Just an example of how small you can make the loft 3. So moving on. Hello, Ada. I've decided to give her the last name Ada Wong, so her last name is Wong now. Let's go down here and go over and check out our K9 unit. Yes, okay. So this is the CPD truck, and we haven't used it for a while, and this is actually the K9 unit, and I don't know where dog meat is. So you would put your dog meat in the back of it, and I don't know where she is, so not important. We have RoboCop. RoboCop has a taser on his arm. Don't tase me, bro! And he's got a baton, because cops have batons, and they beat people with them. So, yeah. RoboCop. Thank you. Carry on, bro. Alright, Minuteman Bridge. This was actually a hole in the freeway, and I thought it would be really cool to have a bridge going across it, mainly because I kept falling through it, and I just put some plants and some spotlights in the plants to light the Minutemen up, and there you go. Going on to the CPD. You come in here, and I actually had a power armor right there, but messing around at night and pulling the danger alarm, as I tend to do for kicks and giggles, I, like a genius, left the fusion core inside of my power armor. So one of my settlers grabbed it, and that was not very smart. Keep going, and here is where you take your mug shots, and you stand on that rug, and they take your mug shots, and you're not very happy because everybody hates mug shots, but we have our feet marker here, yes, yes, and then we have a Minuteman backsplash, or whatever, that goes in the background, so they know that the Minutemen are the ones that found you and processed you. So, let's see, upstairs on the second floor is where you sit on the bench and you wait for hours until they decide that they want to process you, or whatever it is that they do, and you get your fingerprints or whatever, and either you pay your fine or maybe. Oh, okay, so maybe you either pay your fine, or if your crime is bad enough, you go up to the second floor, which is where we have the cells, and let me tell you, one night in these babies, and you will never be bad again. So, they're nice, yes, yes, not very comfortable though, so behave. So, I haven't had to use them yet, and I would like to think that I don't have to, because I would like to think that all of the people in Finch Farm are upstanding citizens. So, moving on. This is the living quarters, yes, and there is people that, you know, have to be on call for 24 hours, like this lady who is not a CPD officer. Maybe she's one of their wives. Anyway, moving on. So this is where they, you know, stay when they're not at home, and I tried to make it as comfortable as possible when they're on duty, and they've got a kitchen and a lounge area, and very nice. And here we have the observation deck, and this is where they basically observe the city and make sure that everybody is awesome. So this right here is 2 poles or power things that I glitched, because instead of having 2 ridiculously ugly poles, now I just have 1 ridiculously ugly pole. So this is a tower guard post or whatever, and you can see the Minutemen come down through there, and I'm sure right there, you see, and for some reason I'm sure that helps. I don't know why, but there's Orions. They can keep an eye on the drunkards, and that is all. So upstairs, hello lady, good morning. Upstairs we have just a little rest area, because this lady right here needs to take a break sometimes, and she can't always go downstairs, so she has to be up here and able to look out and watch for artillery smoke. So that's it, and we're going to Orion's. Alright guys, it's Orion's time. So, Orions, alright, so, glitch, table, very awesome, yes, and, just in case you guys were not aware, you must be 21 or older to drink, so we check ID, and you're not gonna get away with it. We have some drinks up here, yes, and these are Saturn shots. You have your quantum and your vodka, and you just mix it all up, and then you take a tarberry and you squeeze it on top, and it glows blue and purple. So that is a Saturn shot. And then over here we have Mr. Bob Brav. I just called him Bob. That's all I call him because I can't really pronounce his name. So you take some of his moonshine and you take some irradiated blood, just a little bit of irradiated blood because we just want it to glow. We don't want it to eat us. And then you take your hub flower, mix up those two, and just sprinkle your hub flower on top. And there you go, guys. That's called a blood moon. So just like a convenience store, we've got the drinks on the walls and the bar and stuff I lit up with some traffic lights and just, as you can see, used a rug to make it fit inside, all nice and pretty like. And thank you very much for sticking with me. And as you can see, me and Kate are ready to get jiggy with it. Kate, please come here. And I will see you guys next time. Sir, step out of the vehicle. Sir, I'm gonna have to ask you to come out with your hands up. You wouldn't know anything about them chem dealings going on around here, would you? CPD, freeze! I said freeze! Get down on the ground! Freeze! Drop the weapon! Drop the weapon! I need backup! I need backup now! Drop the weapon, ma'am! Oh my god, she's going for the doctor! I'm gonna have to ask you for some identification, sir. What do you have there, officer? Let's check it out.
Yeah?
You see anything? I don't see anything.
Yes?
See anything, Etta? Looks like all is quiet in the Commonwealth.